Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here, out there, all around the world to The Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert, and, I'm coming to you from the dank, grooved-out wonder planet known as Chilaxia, because today is 420, so spark it up, my bong bros, or more accurately, continue taking that 5-milligram gummy right before you sleep. Just keep you out. As always, The Late Show's 420 coverage is brought to you by Taco Bell. Taco Bell, when you're here, you're high. Taco Bell, there you go, Taco Bell. Of course, all the Wagon cats in my audience are hep to the dubage, because these people just spent an hour in Times Square outside a dragon-themed quasi-legal pot dispensary. It's true. It's true.
It's true. It's actually true.
The den, baby. So they are feeling good or increasingly anxious. One recent study about the effects of THC says that weed probably does not make you more creative. Really? Not creative? Tell that to the freshman who's home for break and forgot their bowl. He's gonna find a way to make a bong out of a grandfather clock. Speaking of lighting up and burning down, today, Elon Musk's SpaceX launched the Starship Super Heavy booster rocket. Just shows what scientists can achieve when they put their minds together to achieve a common goal: compensating for Elon Musk's penis. So, let's take work. So let's take a look at this. Let me emphasize unmanned launch. There it is, all systems nominal. It's cleared the launch pad. Okay, time for the booster to separate and, Houston, we have a metaphor for Twitter. But I love it. It did make my heart thump, though. I wanted it to go. Oh, there's news about MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. Seen here getting a swift kick in the dust ruffle. A couple years back, you may remember, Lindell tried to prove his kooky 2020 election theft conspiracies at some symposium, claiming he had data showing Chinese interference and saying he would pay $5 million to anyone who could prove the material was not from the 2020 election, all in an official contest called Prove Mike Wrong. It was the easiest MAGA contest since Prove Rudy Drippy and Prove Eric Sad Inside. Well, no surprise, one of the conference attendees proved Mike wrong, and now Lindell has been ordered to pay $5 million. Poor Mike Lindell, between this and the billion-dollar Dominion lawsuit, how's he gonna come up with that kind of cash? Look. I have been forced to sell my most precious MyPillow of all, my MyPillow. Last night was our final embrace. She absorbed my tears with grace and sensuality, as well as my drool and a little bit of mustache funk. Goodbye, my darling. Mike's going back to what he used to sleep on, a garbage bag full of day-old hot dog buns. Not bad luck. Group Captain Lionel Mandrake. I like it. The man who proved Mike wrong is a computer forensics expert who examined Lindell's data and found that it contained no election fraud proof at all. Specifically, his lawyer said the data contained no recognizable data in any known data format. That's not easy, to have your data contain no data. It's also a bit of a red flag. It's like if Arby's' slogan was, Arby's, we have the meats with no recognizable meat in any known meat format. In less important legal news, the Supreme Court, previously on our justice system, you'll recall a Texas judge banned the abortion drug mifepristone. And appeals court in Louisiana struck down that ruling, but said that some FDA approvals should be halted, including permissions to send the pills by mail. I mean, it's 2023. Everybody gets their medication through the mail. Only reason to go to CVS is to shoplift. In the seasonal aisle. The case was appealed by the Biden administration to the Supreme Court, and the Supremes were supposed to have decided it by now. But yesterday, Sam Alito announced that the Supreme Court was delaying its decision until Friday. Well, they had to. Clarence Thomas was taking a vacay on Harlan Crow's yacht, the SS Not a Bribe. It's not a bribe. It says right there. How could it be a bribe? Legally, it can't be a bribe. It says not a bribe. Alito promises the court will release their decision by Friday at 11:59 p.m. And that is exactly the time you release decisions you know are going to be super popular. I'm going to stay up late and watch it on Ryan Seacrest, Handmaid's Rockin' Eve. Whatever. We miss you, Dick Clark. Whatever the court decides, these extremely unpopular positions are not helping Republicans like Florida governor and chimp trying to figure out the Wordle, Ron DeSantis. Banana? No B, no N, no A. Banana? DeSantis is not only losing support, he's getting publicly humiliated at it. This week, he went up to Capitol Hill to try to get the Republican lawmakers to endorse him up there. The DeSantis charm worked its magic right away. As you can tell by this tweet from Texas Representative Lance Gooden, today, after careful consideration and a positive meeting with Governor DeSantis, I have decided to endorse the former president for 2024. Oh, damn! Ron, are you a history book in Florida? Because you just got burned. Thank you. Wow. Boom. DeSantis continues to maintain his campaign promise to be 100% unlikable because at his request, yesterday, Florida expanded their Don't Say Gay policy through 12th grade. This expansion of intolerance bans lessons on sexual orientation and gender identity unless required by existing state standards or as part of reproductive health instruction. That means the only place students can discuss these topics would be sex ed. All right, kids. Now, a lot of you got a lot of questions like, what is sex? And why do I have this banana in front of me? And are bananas part of sex? Is fruit salad an orgy? Well, don't you worry. All of these questions will be answered by me, your angriest gym teacher. Banana? DeSantis is also ramping up his fight with the folks at Disney. A few months ago, he appointed a special board to take over the governance of the land that Disney World sits on, and Disney said, hold my $18 souvenir cup, and staged a coup that took all the power away from the board. Well, now DeSantis is threatening to build a state prison there or something about affordable housing. It's kind of vague. But there's another option for the Magic Kingdom in all of this. They can leave Florida. And that idea is getting a boost because a North Carolina lawmaker has filed a bill to lure Disney World to North Carolina called the Mickey's Freedom Restoration Act. I love it. I love how stupid everything is. Which coincidentally is the title of the most boring Disney movie ever, right after Steamboat Willie familiarizes himself with maritime law. If passed, this North Carolina bill would grant $750,000 to explore the possibility of luring Disney across state lines. I could lure Disney World to New York for a fraction of that. Disney, meet me at the Magic Camdom. Okay, hear me out, Disney. New York is the perfect place for the Magic Kingdom, okay? The subway is basically a urine-soaked space mountain. So, technically, it's also Splash Mountain. We got tons of tourists, our food's already overpriced, and I'm pretty sure the rodents here have learned to walk upright and sign autographs. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. We got a great show for you tonight. My guest